Hello, America! We've got a new pope! Unlike the last guy, this one really hates homosexuals. Also, how will the new Pope Francis change the church? The hats now come in snapbacks. Finally, how will ex-Pope Benedict spend his retirement? Fortunately, The Price is Right is non-denominational. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sam Bowers, and it's time for your Jokes of the Week! Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning into today's episode. My name is Sam Bowers, and this week, I'm breaking down the news. The Supreme Court has once again stated that cameras will not be allowed in their courtroom, although you'd be surprised what Clarence Thomas looks like with makeup. Taco Bell claims that their Doritos Locos Tacos have created 15,000 jobs, while the people who eat them don't have one. A Michigan girl recently brought a backpack containing $20,000 to school. Meanwhile, her father brought an identical backpack with school supplies to his drug deal. Mountain Dew is launching a new morning energy drink called Kickstart. It packs more energy than regular Mountain Dew by being a defibrillator. Cult favorite TV show Veronica Mars will make its return on the silver screen thanks to a Kickstarter program that raised $2 million in 6 hours. Still no word on that AIDS research thing. A new survey finds that Lexus drivers are the happiest with their dealers, which isn't what this guy meant by dealer. Now, America, last week was a monumentous one with the appointment of a new pope. The new leader of the Catholic Church is former Cardinal Jorge Mario Birbiglia. Mike Birbiglia is the new pope. But the big question on everyone's mind is, how does Pope Francis compare to Pope Benedict? Fortunately for all you fantasy Catholic fans out there, I'm breaking it down in this week's edition of Under the Robe. It's shaping up to be a big season in the Fantasy Catholic League, but how will the replacement of Pope affect your draft in the later rounds? Let's take a look. Unless you're living in the 15th century.
Like Pope Urban V.
You and your league are scoring your matches using the Pope meter. For those of you just breaking into Fantasy Catholicism, allow me to explain. The Pope meter, pronounced Papa Miter in religion, is based on a scale of 1 pope to 7 popes, with an average score of 5 popes. As the old saying goes, gotta break 5 popes. Pope Benedict XVI doesn't have a lot of years left, and with only a reign of 8 years on his belt, shrouded in controversy, he comes into this season with a very low 2 popes. Now, if you're lucky enough to have the first pick in this year's draft, you might think that with Benedict's low score, Pope Francis would be an obvious choice, but don't be so hasty. Pope Francis is entering his rookie season, and while he does have a lot of hype, we're yet to see what he can do. Also, he's coming off a torn ACL. Combine all of that with the 5 rounds of voting it took for the conclave to elect him, and we're looking at an also low 4 out of 7 popes. Remember, gotta break 5 popes. Looking into the later rounds, don't forget that you can draft other religious leaders like the Dalai Lama. Sure, he might not be Catholic, but his Lama score works with the Pope meter after a simple conversion. Of course, leave it to the Catholics to force you into converting. The other benefit to selecting various religious leaders is they can help you fill out your roster while Catholics are busy on their bye week. Who will start in place of Italian Cardinal Angelo Sedano while he's not Catholicing because of Christmas? Rabbi Ovadia Yosef, that's who. It can be very confusing, I know, but just remember, Fantasy Catholicism is for fun. Unlike real Catholicism, which is also a fantasy, but there is persecution and rape involved. And when in doubt, just remember the golden rule. Gotta break 5 popes. This has been Under the Robe. As always, thank you for tuning in. If you're new, subscribe to get new jokes every Sunday and Wednesday. Also follow me on Twitter at SamBowers12 and come see me live this weekend at Comedy Sports San Jose. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sam Bowers, and these have been your Jokes of the Week.
Stay connected by following us on Facebook and Twitter. Also, check out our network, VISO Comedy. You've been watching Jokes of the Week, YouTube's only joke-based news program. Subscribe today.